Good evening, everyone, and I'm so glad to be back. This is the first Art Friends of 2024. It's so weird to say that. And Marcy, we wanted to profile your art. Um,
Oh, you'll do
yeah,
it?
yes, we're live. We want to profile it. We're
Yes.
so glad to be here. We're so glad to be doing this another year. We have a great, fantastic thing, but we also wanted to profile Marcy's art real quick, like we did last time.
Yeah.
Fantastic job. There is a squirrel, there is spices, there is macarons with a mouse.
A
Adorable.
little
We love
mouse.
it.
I love it.
We love it. Thank you, Marcy and Hannah. What do you got for
Yes.
us tonight?
Thank you, Alexa. And again, Marcy, that was beautiful. I always love seeing your artwork. So thank you for sharing with us. So today, first I want to say welcome back. I'm so happy to be here with y'all yet another year, 2024 AnCan art class. And we're going to dive in with a sparklers class, actually. So I hope you guys can see this. This is a, whoops, it's sideways, excuse me. So this is a sparkler that I wanted to represent with acrylic paint. So this is what we're going to paint today. And I want you guys to know that yes, I will let you guys know what colors I'm using, but please feel free to go crazy with it, okay? Use whatever you want for the background, whatever you want for the orb colors. If you want to add extra color sparks, you're more than welcome to do that. You don't have to do just white sparks, okay? You can do colors too. If you have glitter, throw some glitter, neons, metallics, whatever you have, okay? I want you guys to have fun with it. Without further ado, let me go ahead and dive in. I'm gonna let you guys know what we're gonna need for class today. As you can see, I'm using a square canvas. So this size in particular is 12 inches by 12 inches, but whatever size you can do, totally fine. If you have a paper, if all you have is like a thicker paper, I recommend either mixed media or cardboard. I'm sorry, not cardboard, cardstock. You're more than welcome to use that as well. I did this example on the mixed media paper that I normally do with my regular classes, 9 inches by 12 inches. So you can use that as well. Same colors and everything for that one. As for brushes, I have here a 3/4 inch flat. So that's going to be used for the background. If you have a smaller one, you're more than welcome to use a smaller brush. Just scale it down. That's all. We're going to need some round brushes. So our very first one is going to be a number 8. This is the one that I usually use, size 8. And if you have anything smaller than that, this one is like a 2 or a 1. I'm not quite sure. But I don't know, 4, anything smaller than 4, you're totally fine with that. So something to get the smaller, slightly more delicate brush strokes, as well as the stars. So we're going to move over to the paints now. No matter what color you decide to do for the background, use white. So we're going to want white for that. Also use, if you want this particular background, I have here some purple, brown, and black. These are the colors I use to create this kind of background. And I'll explain it a little bit more once I get it started. But purple, brown, and black for my background in particular. Also got teal, and I've also got some yellow. And then, of course, add your glitter, whatever you want to do, add that or have that nearby, okay? So those are our colors: purple, brown, black, yellow, teal, white. Get your water, get some napkins. If you need anything to cover your table, like maybe you can use extra wax paper, newspaper, something to cover your workspace. Clearly, I do not care about how much paint I have, so I don't have to worry about that, but you guys might. So just think about that. Let's see, I mentioned napkins. What else? Palette. Yes, that's the last thing. Get your palette. You don't need to use a palette if you don't have it. Use a paper plate, use wax paper or parchment paper, anything non-porous. That's all. You can even use like an extra piece of canvas if you have an extra canvas that you just don't want. I think that's it. Do you guys have questions?
Can you have Alexa put the colors in in
Yes.
the chat?
Yeah,
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 she
Karen
may.
said
She
it
will
very
do that.
clearly, but some of us
yeah.
just don't have the brains to.
No, you're good. Um, and welcome back, Karen. Yeah, so Karen, actually, if anybody here is using some sort of like digital device, Karen likes to use a tablet to
She has no choice.
hey, whatever you can do, yeah. Um, and you want to get your colors ready. We're also going to want some lighter versions of the colors that I mentioned. So a light yellow, light teal, a light purple. So think about that too. Lighter versions of all the colors that Alexa's going to mention. So you can get all that together. Any other questions?
I had a question, Hannah.
Yes.
What would you recommend to make the purple pop a little bit more? What extra color do you think would help with that?
Pop as in like make it brighter?
Yeah.
Ooh, add either less or no brown and black. Yeah. I use the brown specifically to neutralize it. So if you don't want it to be neutral and you'd much rather it pop and be really bright, then don't use any brown. I would just use, if I were you, I would just use the black for the corners, and I'll go over that more later, but just use a smaller amount of black later on too, or nothing. Honestly, you could use neither of those. Don't use the brown and don't use the black. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you.
Cool. Throw them at me. More questions. Okay. All right. Going to take that as a sign that we can begin. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my canvas. And again, if you have anything smaller or if you're using a rectangle, that's fine too. Do what you need to do. Also going to grab my palette here. And just for starters, I'm going to start to pour out my background colors. So I'm going to use white and purple and brown and black. Now, another tip for anyone else, even if you are not using purple as your background, you're still more than welcome to use brown to tone it down a little bit. I tend to really like neutrals, so that's why I add the brown paint. But if you don't want to neutralize it, if you want to keep it as is, then don't add any brown, no matter what color you have. So, got my purple. Probably not going to need that much, but, and honestly, if you are going to neutralize it, you probably don't need too much brown either. Definitely don't need a lot of black. We're going to be using just a small amount. I can always pour out more if I need it. So I've got my starter colors, my white, my purple, brown, black. And we're going to start off with our flat brush. Got my water nearby, so make sure you guys have your water as well. Now I'm going to turn it back to the original picture for a second. Keep doing that. Keep turning it to the side. Okay. So as you can see, it's lightest in the middle here. So I have my sparkler, and I have a whole bunch of shadow all around it. And that's kind of what I envisioned. I envisioned a really dark room where the only light that you see is the sparkler. So that's why we have all this darkness around it. And we've got just the light emanating from the orbs and from the sparkler. So we're actually going to start in the middle. So if you have a canvas, we're going to work our way in the middle, or start in the middle and work our way out, and add a little bit more of our color every time we go out until we have the darkest areas in our corners. Now, even if you're doing a rectangle, you're also welcome to start in the middle if that's what you want. And I don't know if you guys heard earlier, but when I did this one, I actually intended to start a little bit more up here. But I mean, clearly it's more centered now. So whatever you want to do is totally fine, okay? It will look amazing and fantastic no matter what you do. We're going to use a lot of white, especially in the beginning, okay? However, we first want to start by making our main color, making our purple. So we're going to do that first. We're going to make the purple and then begin that way. So I'm going to take my my brush here, and I am actually going to dip it in my water. That way I just have a little bit of water on my brush. It's just there. We don't need a lot. We just want to wet it. I'm going to take some of my purple, like a big old scoop of it. I don't really know how much I'm going to need, but I want to make a good enough amount for now. So pretty good scoop. You'll notice that I like to just eyeball these things until I like the color. So there's really no science to it. There's no exact ratios, and everybody's paints are going to be different anyway. So I'm going to take a little bit of the brown to neutralize it. And again, you don't have to add it if you don't want to neutralize it. Mix that in first and see how much it changes it. I don't feel like it changed mine very much, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Another small scoop, just small increments at a time. That's my best advice to you. And now I can see a pretty noticeable change. So I like this personally. Not too neutralized. It's still pretty purple. It's very pretty purple. And now the black is used to darken it. So that's what I'm going to do. The black paint, it's very strong. It's a strong color. So I'm going to do a little at a time, even smaller amount than what I did with the brown. I feel like I could probably add just a little bit more. Darkens it just a bit more. Probably good with that. Now you can always add more purple if you feel like it's a little bit too much. If you feel like you've already created a lot of that color, so you don't want to create a ton of it, you can always scoop out some of your color, your mixed color, and then remix a little bit more of your purple. See how you like it. This is just in case you feel like you've done a little bit too much the first time around. So just keep that in mind. You can always balance things out. And that's the thing with paints. It's good to keep the idea of balance in your head. So now that I have a brush that is nice and full and saturated with my main color, I'm actually going to swipe some of it off. We're going to do a little technique that I call double dipping. If you've taken any of my classes, you'll know that I love this technique. So double dipping basically means that I have a color on my brush. I've got my purple, but I'm actually going to double dip into my white. And we want a lot of white on our brush. See that? It's a lot of white. I'll give you guys a moment or two before I begin. Any questions so far? All right, concentration mode for everyone. Now, let me turn it back to the picture really quickly. As you can see, the lightest area is in the center. However, it's not going to be white right now. We're going to have to go and revisit it later. Right now, it's going to be closer to this color. Okay, so we're going to revisit it with more white later on. So no matter what, I'm going to start in the middle, somewhat in the middle, whatever you can interpret as the middle. And my brush strokes are kind of going around and around, and it's almost like I'm sweeping, but I'm doing a bad job at sweeping. Kind of like how little kids, like they move the brush back and forth and they're just flinging the dust everywhere. That's what we're doing. And it's almost like I'm moving kind of in a circle, kind of like that. And I feel like I'm running out of paint. And pay attention to your painting, because you might feel like you're running out of paint too. And what I want to do is refill with my white paint. And I'm doing that because I have a ton of purple paint already worked into my brush. So I'm gonna start in the middle again, move outward again, keep on moving out. And you'll notice that if you were to press your brush down more like that, you get a lot of your purple coming out of there. But as long as you can go around in those circles, kind of sweeping, doing a bad job at sweeping, but moving around the page, you're going to do a great job. And eventually, you're going to find yourself running out of paint. So, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I need more of my purple. So, I'm going to go right back, grab a little purple. And this time, instead of double dipping with a lot of white paint, I'm just going to pick up a little bit and see where it takes me. So let's start somewhere. Let's start out here. Yeah, I think that small amount helps quite a bit. So what I want you guys to do is, as you're working in this middle section and reaching towards the edges and reaching towards the corners, every time you need to refill with mostly your purple and a little bit of white. Mostly purple, little bit of white, keep on going around. We do still want to see a lot of that texture. And say maybe you accidentally put too much of a dark color close to the center, like that. That's okay. It's all about balance. So I have this dark area here I'd like to tone down. So I can go back into the white, tone it down. Go right on top of it. And you may have to spread it a little bit further than you intended, but that's okay. Keep on going. And you still may get streaks here and there, and that's okay. Keep on working it. The biggest idea is that you want the lightest in the middle, medium in the center, and we haven't done the darkest yet, but we'll do the darkest later. Any questions? All right. Now, even for me right here, I'm looking at mine and I actually see that I didn't put enough paint in some spots. So for me, I'm actually just kind of squishing that paint into the canvas. I really want to make sure that I cover everything. And as you can see, it's kind of messing up my my center. Because it's wet, I can blend it in really easily. Because remember how I mentioned, we can always balance it. So balance by getting more of the white. Go right back on top. More white, right back on top, moving around in circles. Well, around, not exactly in circles. Personally, I'm loving the texture. I'm trying to keep the texture. Sweeping back and forth. Just remember to do that. I'm going to keep working my way out here, closer to the edges. So again, I'll just kind of talk out loud, okay? It's the same thing that I'm doing. I'm gonna grab my purple paint, grab a little bit of white paint because that's how I refill. And start down here. Let's do some stuff down here. Reach towards the edges, towards the corners there. Now, if there are any spots in particular, you keep painting it and you just, you're really trying to get it and you can't quite get it. Keep in mind that you can always cover up certain spots with orbs because we're going to have like all of these little light orbs everywhere. So if there's some spots you don't like, you can always cover it up with an orb. All about little tricks like that. So let's see, I'm going to start out here, keep on going. In a little bit, once I've managed to at least reach the edges on every side, that's when I'll start to darken my purple. I'm going to do it quite yet, but I'll do that in a little bit. Is there anyone who's doing a a different color other than purple? I'm just curious. I want to know.
I'm having a real problem with my the program, the paint program.
Oh yeah, huh?
It's giving me only black paint for certain brushes. I'm not totally
Only
puzzled.
black
How
paint.
they get
That's
it? It's just really weird. It's really weird.
that is weird. It's
It's
almost
weird. Like I could show you what I have,
yeah.
and I'm kind of impressed that I'm still not. I'm still going, okay, I don't know what the problem is, but
Yeah.
like, so I'm just like I'm just trying things out, and then I'm like, well, maybe I should just stay what I have. Oh, I took my camera off because I didn't want you to see my face going, what the hell is going on here? Look, I can't. You
Let's
see that
see.
black?
Let's see if I can find you. I'm trying to
I did
find
not
you. Oh, there
put
you are.
black in there. I'm picking colors. So then I'm like, well, what the hell is going on here?
And
And
it's just coming out as black. That's
it's just coming
weird.
out black. So then I started throwing all these other colors on there, and I'm like, well,
Huh.
I can still participate, but I don't understand what's going on.
I want to know what's going on too.
It's very weird. Seems like
You,
I haven't done anything with this for a month, since
yeah,
class.
yeah. I wonder if maybe you accidentally turned on, I know there's a setting, and I think you told me about this setting and I've seen it. Um, there's a setting where each individual brush you use saves the last color that you use. Maybe that's on.
No, I mean, it's
No?
really weird. It's just a certain brush that when I use
Oh,
the oil
yeah.
paint brush, that it's just giving me black.
Yeah. It's
And I'm
weird.
sort of like having fun with what I created, but I'm like, this makes no sense.
Yeah, that is frustrating, I'm sure.
Oh no, my art career is over.
No, Karen, no.
Can you hear me, Hannah? Hello?
No, who was that? Hi.
It's Tracy.
Oh,
Hello.
hi,
I don't know
Tracy.
who
Hey.
can, I've never been on a Zoom meeting before, you guys. So
Yeah,
I just
welcome,
I
Tracy.
just wanted to say hello.
Yes, hello.
I-
I'm glad you're here.
Hi, Tracy. Welcome. So glad you're here.
Do you see me?
Yes, I see a small part of your face. Yep, there you are.
Yep. Yep. We
Okay,
see you.
here we
There
go.
you
Here we go.
are. Yep,
All right then.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
doing good.
I'm gonna mute because I didn't know how it worked.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, you'll see.
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay, now I am going to make a little bit more of my main purple color. So over here, I'm gonna go ahead and make some more color. So I have to like pour some of my purple out. But this time I'm gonna make my purple a little bit darker. I'm gonna add a little bit more black to it. And that's for the corners. So let's see, I got my purple. Going to take this big blob there. And then before I darken it, I've got to neutralize it. So that's what I'm going to do. Doing it in order of operations, neutralizing first. Mixing that up. And now I'm going to add black, but I'll add a little bit extra this time. Actually, I need to pour some out first. So this is for you guys as well, in case you're ready for the corners. There we go. And I have a little bit here on the side that I can compare it to that. There, now it's about the same. So that means I need to add just a little bit more black. Not too much more. I'll probably have to test it out and see how it is. There's really no best way or like more efficient way to make this color. It's just kind of like eyeballing it.
What are you calling the color?
What am I calling this color? Just dark purple? Yeah, dark purple.
Okay. I just looked in the settings and there's something, have the brush remember the last color. I don't think I told you, you might have noticed it. I never saw that before, but it's not clicked
Okay.
on. It's not clicked on, so it's just,
Oh, wait, so it's not clicked on, so that isn't it.
who knows? Technology, right?
No. Yeah, there's got to be something. Okay.
It's like MS though, you have to find a workaround. It's like, okay, then don't use the oil paint brush. Your right hand doesn't work, use the left hand. Like,
No, yeah, no, that's
you
very
tried to get
true.
an appointment with this doctor and you couldn't
Try
find
to
somebody else.
and then try to be creative. Try to remember to be creative. That's one too. All right. So for the dark purple, I'm actually going to start in the corner this time. So, and honestly, I might actually create some of my regular purple too. I'll just have to see how it goes. But start in the corner. Start to swipe your way over to this way. And yes, it does look like I am going to have to make some of my regular purple. So if you haven't made the dark purple yet, then I would recommend backtracking a little bit because that's what I'm going to do and create your
Can
regular
I
purple.
whoops.
Uh-huh.
Can I show you what I have so far? I ended up um not having a little bit dark before I got to the very edge, and I think I like it.
Ooh, let me see. Oh, good. Ooh, there you are. Yeah, I like it too. I like that it looks like it's like almost like it's swirling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it meets the goal. It meets the goal that we're trying to reach, where the center is the lightest and the outer
Okay.
area is the darkest. So I think you're on a good path.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yay,
like
I'm
it.
usually so far behind everybody. I actually finished my background. Yay.
No, you're doing great. Now for me, I've just created some of my regular purple, so I'm going to go back and forth and add some of that regular purple, and I'll probably have to add some of the white as well. So everybody's painting is going to be a little bit different, okay? So what you see me doing is trying to balance it out with a little bit of white paint. I'm just kind of tapping a little bit onto my brush. But that motion of like moving it back and forth and going over your brush strokes again and again and again, that's going to help you a lot. It's going to help to blend it in quite a bit. So use that that same idea whenever you're working on your picture. As you can
Now
see, I've got.
I have a question that, given that this is a cuckoo program on top of everything, but I'm determined to participate.
Yeah.
So I guess I need some clarification about, what are you doing? Like a sky in the middle? Like why is it light in the middle and dark on the outside? Like, so at least I can
Oh
somehow
yeah.
guide my
Yeah.
pen to
Let me
figure out.
show you the painting. What I envision, it might help to envision what I was thinking, is that your sparkler is the only thing
Oh, it's a
lighting up a
sparkler in the middle.
room.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's because it's the only source of light, it's really dark on the outside and really bright in the middle. So that's why. So really the only light is coming directly from the sparkler. So that's the idea.
That's helpful. I know
Mhm.
it sounds kind of crazy. Can't you just
No,
see
no.
No. And I still don't know why that brush, the oil paint brush, just wants to be black. So I'm just trying other brushes.
I think you'll find one. Yeah, I'm
I'm
not quite sure
determined
which
to
one.
participate. Maybe I'm just doing it backwards. I'm not doing it the way you're doing it.
Yeah, Karen has to always think about steps in a different way, which is great. I think it's really good to practice that
Stupid
way.
MS hands. I just dropped my paintbrush on the carpet.
Oh no.
See, that's what I mean, yeah, can I show you already? This is just I just spent 2 minutes on this. Can I show you
Ooh,
what I
okay.
already have?
Yeah.
Just from, because
Yeah.
I can't do the black and I decided to come up with a new, like, it just took me 2 minutes. You took 15 minutes to explain how to get there.
Yeah. See, that's what you need. See, there you go. That's exactly what you do. What brush did you use?
That's my thing, keeps falling down. I'm just using anything but the oil paint brush because no matter what, it just keeps coming out black and I don't have
Yeah.
time right now to experiment putting on, remember what's on the brush. It's like, why are you doing this?
Why brush? Why?
Because I have this paint program that just keeps changing on me. And I haven't
That's
used
got to be it. That's got to be it. It's got to be some sort of update. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't take my Monday classes with the MS Foundation, we haven't had a class in a very long time. It's been a month, I guess. So a lot could have changed with the program you used, Karen.
Yeah, because even this thing that I'm doing, it's like, I don't know why you're doing it, but you're
Yeah.
just like, just go with the flow. Just see what you can do.
Go with the flow. That's what you do. Gotta go with the flow.
So
For
then
me,
another kind of question about your purple. I think I could probably answer it myself.
oops.
You just chose to do that kind of dark purple, like
Mhm.
I'm kind of desperate here, so I just chose a purple. It's just you chose
Yeah.
dark purple because that's what makes sense to you, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I chose to do a dark purple, but like more of a neutral purple, just because I love working with neutral colors. Like it's just a personal preference. That's all.
And you're calling it neutral because of the brown or the black that got
Mhm.
added to it?
Yeah, that's it. It's not as bright as this particular purple. See the difference?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be
Yeah. Yeah, like if you don't like the neutral look, or if you don't like how dark it is, then just add more white to it. Like just tone it down in the middle
not even I
using the
don't like
white.
it. I'm going for what there's a purple on my palette. I'm going for
You're gonna use it. Now, how is everyone doing? Guys doing all right? Me, I'm trying to just get all the little bits of canvas that I missed. Trying to cover that up. There. Nothing is like completely or nothing is like a subtle gradation from light to dark. It's that texture that we're going for. Once you are finished, if you happen to be finished, not that you do have to be finished, then you can rinse your brush. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good. I'm good with it. And just remember that if there's any particular spot, not that I feel like you have to be picky about your background, you don't, but if there is any particular spot that is bothering you, you can always cover up with an orb or a spark or a bunch of sparks or glitter. Just put glitter on top of it. Why not? Is anyone going to use glitter or neons?
I put some bright, like lime green, some real bright orange, and a little bit of blue over here to see what's.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens
Yeah, that's gonna be
when we get to
exciting.
that step.
Yeah. That's gonna be exciting. Man, I wish I had some
And I used
neons
magenta
here.
in my purple.
Okay. Oh
At
yeah,
the
that's
far edges, I put a magenta.
yeah, that's gonna be nice. I can't wait to see it.
I
Yeah.
can't get the texture quite right. Yours looks sort of powdery.
Oh yeah, like on some spots. That might
Mhm.
be because I ran out of paint at certain points, so it kind of like it was more like a dry brush on there.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's a face in your background there, Hannah. Very scary.
I want
You
to
see
see.
the two, turn it
I
See
don't.
it.
left
Oh.
as it's pointing up and you'll see the two eyes.
What?
It's,
right here.
it's scaring me.
I want to see it. I don't see it.
Right
How am I?
there.
How do I?
Keep turning it.
The eyes.
Keep turning it. Right
There
there.
you
Stop.
go.
There you go.
Ooh.
Two eyes.
Oh, I see it.
Mouth.
Hannah, look in the middle.
It's
Look in
That's
the
the
middle.
nose.
Wait,
There's
are
a
these the
nose.
eyes?
Eyes.
Yes.
And that's
And then
the
nose right
Oh, I
there.
see
And
it,
then below
yeah.
that, the mouth. Yep.
And that's the mouth.
subliminal
Yes.
advertising. I know
Oh,
how
I'm
I
so
do it.
happy to see people look at art the way I do.
Or there's something trying to communicate a message through my brush. Gotta be it. So that's the eyes, that's the nose, that's the face.
Sorry for changing the subject with that
No.
paranormal
That
stuff.
was a great subject change. We love it.
I'm amazed that you could see that. That's so subtle. Like I was the
And-
last to see
yeah,
it. That's
But also the
crazy.
color is easier to see now that it's, I spotlighted you. I can see that the color is not as dark as it appears.
Yeah.
Just being in a little.
JP, if we ever have a AnCan paranormal show, we know you will host it.
Oh.
So
It looks like a face coming from one of the globes that the fortune teller looks into.
I'll
Ooh,
be
like
there
it's
with my
coming
goatee.
spooky. Spooky. Well,
Spaceship, right?
it's freaking me out a little bit because I've had a couple of scary things happen in this apartment complex. So kind
Well,
of
guess
afraid.
what, Hannah? If you really don't like it, you can put an orb over it.
I can. More ghostly orbs. I'll just put more sparkles. I'll put glitter, just like cover
There
it
you
up.
go.
Bye bye, bad thing. Bye bye, poltergeist. Okay, y'all. How are we doing? Doing all right? Because speaking of orbs, we're gonna do the orbs in a minute.
Is there a way to see everybody at one time, or it's just me
Gallery.
looking at you?
If you were to put your own screen in gallery view, so go to the top right corner.
yeah, where it says
Um,
view.
It says view, and then you click on it, and it says gallery.
Does it say view on mine? Does it say that? No.
But you can't see our canvas unless we.
Yeah,
hold it up.
yeah,
No.
It
true.
would drip and then it would be a problem.
Yeah,
Not give me that.
I have my own special setup where I use the two cameras, so that's why you guys can see me and the painting.
Okay, well, I don't know
Ooh,
how.
Sharon's holding up her piece. Yeah, I see.
Ooh.
That also looks like a spiral, a little bit spooky too. Ooh, there we go. Amanda, I see yours too. There we go. It almost looks like a moon, actually.
It's the color of the sunset that we took
Yeah.
at our house.
Oh,
You know, that
yeah.
purple.
Yeah, that
funny?
color behind it, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
That's one of the
Ooh.
pictures I took on the deck.
Andrea, I see yours too. I love that you use the blue. That's
I know, I just
beautiful. Yeah, that's pretty. Anybody? Oh, Marcy, I see the picture's kind of pulling up. There we go. Now I see it. Oh, you're muted, Marcy.
It looks black on the. It's not black, but it looks black when you.
What color is it
Mine
then?
does look blue on the screen, but it's purple.
Oh,
Looks
it's
like a
purple.
blue.
Isn't
Yeah, it
that
looks
weird? Like
blue.
I can see it even on the screen on the computer.
Yeah.
It totally looks blue, but when I look at it this way, it's definitely
Yeah.
purple.
I saw
Marcy,
for a split second you
know.
turned it and I could see a split second of purple.
And
Isn't
Marcy
that
looks
weird?
black to me.
Yeah, it looks black, but
It's
it's
gray.
actually.
Yeah.
I had to make a purple because I didn't have purple, so I used the blue and the red and the black and the brown to try and get a purple.
And Rachel, I see yours too. I love
I
that
have-
there's a lot of glow.
I have glitter on it
Oh,
already.
you have glitter. Oh man, I wish I could see it. Maybe
I know it
later.
doesn't
Maybe
come
later
out
we
good.
maybe later we can spotlight you.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, y'all. Choose your orb colors. Here we
Rachel,
go.
I have you spotlighted so we can see the
Oh
closer
yeah.
of your glitter real quick.
Yeah, can we
Okay,
one more time?
let me see because it's really bad lighting in my dining room. So I don't know.
I saw a second of it.
I
I
see
see it in the
sparkles.
corner.
I see
Yep.
sparkles, people. I'm excited.
I'm so excited for that
Yay.
too. Pretty. I want glitter now. Where is my glitter? Man, okay. Can't wait, guys. Ooh, an idea for when we do the orbs. Maybe you can put a little extra glitter on top of the orbs. That might be cool.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now time to do the orbs. You can start with any color you want to start. Okay, there's no order of operations here. Let me show you the example. Again, no order of operations. We have some that are large, some that are small, some medium, all sizes in between. We also have some stars too. So, think about whether or not you want to do stars, but I'll show you how to do the stars later. I did mix white with my orb colors. So for you, it just kind of depends on what you do, kind of depends on where you put it. If you happen to be using neon colors, those paints tend to be more translucent, so they don't always show up as neon paints. So if you're gonna do neon paints, then I would paint your orbs white first and then do your neon color on top of it. You wait for it to dry and then put your color on top. So it just depends on you. For all of my orbs that you see here, I mixed white with it to varying degrees though, okay? So this one has less white, so it's brighter. This one right here is lighter because it has more white. So there's no one size fits all to these orbs, okay? Whatever you want to do is good. I want to say for most of them, or if not all of them, I don't quite remember. I actually use my small brush, okay? There's two methods to do this. Let me go ahead and show you. I guess I'll start with teal. I'll show you teal first. One of my favorite colors. I'm sure you guys could tell, just judging by how often I put teal in my paints or in my paintings. So gotta pour out some white. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of my teal, mix that with some white just so that it's lighter. Now, if you want the larger orbs, start in the middle and start squishing your brush out like so.
That's after you've mixed it together?
Yes, correct. So I've got my little mixture right in the middle here.
Okay.
Yeah. So pick another spot. I can go over here and I can maybe I want a smaller one. So I don't have to squish down my brush quite as much. So maybe I want a really small one. All I have to do is do a little dot, little dot, little dot, little dot. Another way. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about switching to acrylic paint pens. Because I want to go lay down on the couch and use my board so I can rest. But
yeah.
And I've never used them before. So do I wipe off the brush if I want to mix colors, or do you just what do you do? Do you know?
If you're using the acrylic paint pens, I'm not sure that you can lighten them up because I've never done it before.
Okay.
All I know is that with the acrylic paint pens, of course you have to like shake them up, see if they're gonna work for you.
Right.
I think the best thing I can say is just to use them the way you would think to use them in your head, like course, I need to
And
shake
then
it
I'll
some
probably
more,
be
but
stuck with the color that it is and not try and
oops. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm
okay.
thinking.
All
Unless
right.
anyone else has used them and been able to mix colors before, but I haven't been able to do that. So,
Okay.
that's okay.
Okay.
I'm sure you can do a lot with it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions? Bring them on.
I don't know anything about paranormal, or I don't even understand. What are you calling an orb and why is it called that?
Oh, well, in the case of this picture, it's just the light sparks that come off of the what is it? The light sparks that come off of the sparkler. That's what they are here. But in terms of like paranormal stuff,
Well, I don't know. I didn't know where it came from. I was like, why? My vocabulary is limited.
I don't know. I think it depends a lot. Like sometimes people will say, "Oh, I see an orb in that picture," and they say that it's supposed to be the ghost itself. At least that's how I interpret it, though.
It's like a round sphere. So sometimes in the paranormal world, you'll see like a round white light type thing, and they call that like an orb.
Oh, but that's why you're calling it orb, right?
Right, because it's round. Yes.
Yeah, just because it's round.
Right, right. That's the whole thing because the shape is round, orbital shape.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes in photographs, there's like dust particles.
Oh,
And
yeah.
people are like, it's an orb, but it's just dust.
It's a dust. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You know-
usually what I think it is too.
There's
My,
there's no stupid questions. Thank you, everybody.
my background comes through when I do the circle. Is that
Ooh.
a part of what we're doing? I mean, excuse me, I'm just trying to figure out. I can't see well.
Oh yeah. It depends on your paints, like because a lot of like paint brands are different, or even specific colors are different. So if you can see the background, then I recommend adding some of the white to the paint and just see how you like it.
Okay.
Or you can put pure white as your orb, so white is your orb, and then you wait for it to dry, and then you can put your color on top.
Okay.
And that's kind of the longer method, but if you want something to really pop though, then that's what you'll do.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, if once you're doing your orbs, you're more than welcome to go back and forth between adding your light version of your color and adding the pure color on top. So I've just got pure teal right here, and I just like the variation.
Okay.
I wanted to show you guys another way to do your orbs, but it's a little more messy, but I love the effect personally. If you look at this one, you'll notice that some of the orbs, particularly this one, look a little bit different. It's a little bit more like it's not as round, or it doesn't have like as nice of edges as these other ones, and that's because I finger painted. I put these in with my finger, so it just looks slightly different. That's all. So if you want to do that, it's an option. So you just kind of take your finger, just a little bit. You don't need a lot at all. Like that's probably a little too much actually. I'm gonna tap some off. So pick a spot, any spot. Then as you make it bigger, it's going to have these edges, these undefined edges. So it's just an idea. Like I said, I like the variation. Yeah. So just go through and do your orbs one color at a time. You can even jump back and forth to different colors. Probably put some gold in here too. Let's see, gotta plug in my computer, don't mind me. All right. So now I would love to to my yellow orbs, and then I'll do the metallics. The orbs surprisingly take longer than I expect. It's always like that with me, though. I think I just take my time with orbs without meaning to. Dots, I meant to say dots. I usually take my time with dots. I think I'm just slow with them, that's all. But feel free to put some of your orbs and dots around the center, in the center too. I like to think of these sparks as being really close to the center of your sparkler. Full on concentration mode. I love it. I just have to say, I'm so happy to see you guys. It's been a whole month. It's been a whole month, and I know some of you guys I just saw yesterday too. And I'm so glad that you're here. I'm happy that you're able to stop by and do this painting with us. Yeah, just I missed y'all. But I needed the break though. But I missed y'all.
Well, we missed you
Where did
too.
you see people yesterday?
Hannah, if I can make a brief announcement about what we were talking about before while you were concentrating.
Yes.
We wanted to know, because we were just curious, would you like an AnCan Art Friends t-shirt? Would anybody be interested in that?
Me.
Yeah.
Do they have
I
really?
would.
I would. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo.
What would it look like?
Interesting.
Yeah.
What
I
would
would
it look
design
like?
it. I would design it.
Hannah
I
would
don't
be
know.
the
We just
designer.
I would wear it with pride.
All right.
yeah. That
I
makes
do
me
have a long
happy.
sleeve option.
Yeah, it was just an idea that we had. I don't have any ideas as to what the shirt would look like just yet. Who knows?
And the
Maybe it'll have a
most
sparkler on it,
important
but
thing is that Rick approved it if we had people who actually wanted to wear them. So
yes.
Hannah and I will be having a meeting really, really soon about kind of what we're going to be doing in 2024, get our goals, try to get our veterans art classes, all that good stuff. We're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes to try to make these as awesome as we can. So that's going to be a priority. We're going to talk about it, and we will keep you posted. As always, you will be the first to know anything. So thank you. Thank you for your feedback.
Cool.
Can we pre-order them?
Ooh.
Ooh, I like
You
that.
know, yeah, that might be a really good way to get some numbers and sort of like
Yeah, I don't know how
solidify it.
but that way you could say, hey, we've already sold 10 of them or whatever.
Yeah, you know what? That would cement the idea in Rick's mind, I think. So
Isn't it
yeah,
great?
yeah.
Isn't it great to have a collective mind?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
To
I'm
figure it all out by yourself.
I know. Maybe I'll make like 2 or 3 designs and have y'all vote on it. I don't know.
Do one of
like
you
that
already
idea.
have the equipment to print the garments? Or
We have
to print on the
a potential place to print them out. Like we would get them professionally done.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm meeting with a place tomorrow on a different project I'm doing. That's why
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm getting some numbers. I've already got numbers on like t-shirts, hoodies, sweats, canteens, and hats.
Nice. Yeah, that's amazing.
But that's just for the garment itself, and then the transfers and the embroidery is extra,
Yeah, yeah. Sounds like a big project.
It is, but hopefully it's going to be for veterans too. And it's just sort of in my head right now.
That's amazing though. Yeah. I hope you can get that going. It sounds like there's a lot of things you're trying to get printed on because you mentioned sweatpants and that's pretty cool.
Yes, it's going to be like a little monochromatic kind of vibe that you're getting going on, like what I was wearing yesterday. You remember what I was wearing yesterday? Something like that effect, but yeah,
Yeah.
everything's gonna match.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
So
yeah, so to answer your question, Karen, it was the veterans class that I teach on Wednesdays. That's yeah, in person. Yeah, I teach that at the VA. And just so you guys know, I'm now adding my purple orbs too. So adding the purple orbs along with everything else. And then I'll add my gold. There we go. It's supposed to be, you know what? I think I want my pure purple. I'm going to use my pure purple color. You know what? I want to add, do I want metallic? Do I want, ooh, I'm going to use this white pearl. I love this one. It's such a versatile color too. Ooh, okay. So I need to ask, I know Marcy has already answered this question, but has anyone done anything creative recently, in the last week, in the last month? I would love to show you off if you want to be showed off.
I've been trying to do a hydrangea.
Sharon, oh, I love it. And spotlight you.
But I'm not crazy about it.
Oh, you're not crazy about it? That's
gorgeous.
really pretty.
Beautiful.
I like the fact that you were able to get darks and lights in very concentrated areas, like especially on that pink one. That's what makes it pop.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and the leaves are gorgeous too.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Sharon. Love it. Anyone else? Who else?
And creative can mean several things. You could have cooked a new recipe. You could have tried something new. Creative is pretty vast.
Yeah, it really is. I made potato soup for the first time yesterday. It was very easy. It's honestly easier than I ever expected.
I tried to make gummies, but I failed.
Failed. Aw.
We can't use that word.
Wait, what kind of gummies?
Huh?
What kind of gummies?
With gelatin, just homemade gummies.
Delicious gummies.
Yeah. I can't get them to gel right.
Did you say you can't get them right? Wait, what?
I animated my Rudolph with a blinking LED.
Oh, cool.
He's so adorable.
Oh, you animated it. What?
Oh,
how in
That
the world?
is amazing.
That's so cute. Oh yeah, okay. How cute.
It is
so I know, that's a great idea. I love it. In case anyone's wondering, that's what we did last month for December. So cute, JP. I love it.
Thank you.
I can make bells.
And tomorrow I'm going to the iFly. Do you know iFly? The indoor
Yeah.
skydiving. I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
I've done that before. You're gonna do it. Wow.
Yeah, it was a Christmas gift.
That is so cool. Are you nervous?
I'm excited more than nervous. I just hope I don't tumble over. I'm watching the fails on the YouTube. Maybe I shouldn't watch the fails.
You'll do fine.
Fails, then maybe I won't fail. I'll know what to avoid.
Yeah, see, there you go. Think of it like that. Like you're doing research. You want to know how to approach it.
What is it?
So I
go ahead.
Indoor skydiving. So there's a building and it's got a huge open area, and in the center, in an enclosed space in the center, they have huge fans on the floor, actually below the floor, and it's blowing air straight up. And so the idea is that you get into a special suit and you fly, like you jump into the airstream and it pushes you up into the air and you fly for a couple minutes. They don't give you very much time for those things, but it's to have an indoor skydiving experience. Yeah, I'm excited for you, Marcy.
It's safer than jumping out of an airplane, but you get the same effect.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
same.
Courage.
Yeah.
Well, I went the what do you call the zip line? I did the zip line, and I got stuck midway. They had to climb out and get me.
Oh wow!
Oh, no.
The wind was so strong.
Was it scary? Was it scary?
No, I did fine. I hang there for like 30 minutes waiting for them to come rescue me.
Oh, you got
I was
extra view.
More
brave.
With alligators below me.
Oh, no
goodness.
way. Oh, that's scary.
I was fine though. I knew I'd be fine. Same thing with this. I know I'm fine.
That is brave, honestly. Okay, guys, I want to, even if you're still working on the orbs, I do want to get you guys started with the center. So you can actually add more orbs just as you move along, even tomorrow too. You can add them later. But the center piece, the main reason why we're doing this here, we've got our sparkler. So I don't know how well you guys can see this, but there's actually a like the sparkler stick. All right, it's like the handle. And so what I want to do is I want to create the orb, an orb of white in the center, and it's just going to look like a circle because we're not going to do anything with it just yet. And then after we make that circle, we're going to have the stick not quite attached to it, but close enough to it. So I'm going to show you guys how to make that stick. So first thing, create a big old white orb in the center. So for that, I'm actually going to use my my larger round brush. So it's this one here, the size 8. So your size 8 or whatever you have that's similar, just the bigger one. And for that, I'm going to grab white paint, pure white paint, because it's pure white emanating from the center. Now I can see this is my center because this is the lightest area of my painting. So I'm going to start by creating my circular orb in the middle here, just a circle. Doesn't need to be very big. Think of this as a placeholder. It's a placeholder for the rest of the sparks, all the sparks that are going to emanate from it. And again, it's gonna become bigger once we put the sparks and have them fly out from it. It'll grow. But again, it's a placeholder because we're going to want to create what is it? The stem, or this, not the stem, the handle that comes out of it. I feel like I can like vent to you guys a little bit, but that I have been having a terrible time with like cog fog and like finding words. It's been driving me crazy lately. End of rent.
It's the cold. It's Texas isn't
maybe,
used to.
Maybe you're right.
It's just frozen some of our brain cells that we're used to having.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you know, some of those brain cells were, you know, fried off in the heat, and now they've dissipated in the frozen now.
I was watching all the storms going through Texas on the news, and I was, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. The first time I saw snow was in Amarillo, Texas.
Okay.
So you thought we're all used to it? We're not.
Nope, not at all.
Did you have snow where you are, Hannah?
No, no, it was just cold. It was.
I did.
Yeah,
I
Alexa
bloated
did.
a little, but I did.
We met on Monday, and I was like, nope, it didn't snow. I was like describing what happened around here. Didn't even ice where I was, and she's like,
I
no,
was
I can see snow.
meaning I could not even leave my front door.
That's
So
true. Yep. Yeah.
To
be fair,
is that because you weren't used to it, or you just couldn't really do it?
no, there was so much ice on every surface that if we tried to exit, we would have slipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had to stay
Same
put. Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
I had to
luckily
walk.
for me, what was that?
I had to walk to the VA in the ice. The little bit of
Ooh.
ice that we had, but all the
Oh
little
my
lakes part.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
a nice little
that's.
trip that day.
I'm glad you didn't fall, because wow.
Yeah.
I just chose not to leave. That was just my thing. Just didn't want to leave.
In
Okay.
North Carolina, we had we kind of have like a little winter weather going on. Really just depends on the mountain areas. I live in the Piedmont Triad, so that's mainly like, you know, a lot of greenery, but we did have some really bad wind, and like it knocked down trees throughout the neighborhood, blocked off roads. So it was pretty crazy, but I'm
Ooh.
glad that, you know, for the most part, everybody, you know, survived it.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot though. Knocked things down, knocked down trees. That's
We
intense.
lost power. Yes.
Man,
Live
that's
on the on the North Carolina Outer Banks, and my friend's mom's neighbor lost his roof on 3 of his
Oh, wow.
rooms because a tree fell on it, and her brother, yeah, like his car got dinged up. Nobody was
Ooh.
hurt, so that's all good.
Wow. Just
Little
wanted to.
tornado on the Outer Banks. It was fun.
Man, that's kind of scary. Now, just so you guys know, I'm gonna make gray for the handle.
Okay.
So it's like a medium gray. It doesn't really have to be much, honestly. We're only going to be using it for the handle here. So the idea behind this is I'm going to use my gray to create the entirety of the handle, create the whole thing. And then I'll take a little bit of black and I'll make it a little bit darker. And then I'll go down here and I'll make it darker down here and just kind of scrape it up. And then I'll rinse my brush and I'll add a little bit of white and yellow for the center, for way up here. So the idea is to have it a dark, like the dark part of the handle down here, the lightest part of the handle at the top. So I've got my little bit of white paint and take a tiny bit of my black paint. And again, not gonna need a lot at all. Now, you're more than welcome to grab a little something that will help you make a straight edge. You can create this free-handed if you go slowly, and I'll show you how. But if you happen to have something that you can just kind of scrape it across, like maybe a gift card, for example, maybe you can use the straight edge of the gift card to scrape it along. Or maybe like paper, like you can use another thick paper if you have another thick piece of paper and scrape it along there. Trying to think of anything else you might be able to use. Cardboard works too if you really want to get technical with it, but you don't have to. So you are more than capable of
a fingernail
going.
file works perfect.
Oh yeah, that works too. Yeah, fingernail file.
It just happened to be present.
Yeah, it just happens to be right there, right?
Yep.
Now I am going to just add a little bit of water to my gray, just kind of pick some up from my water cup. Mix it a little bit because that little bit of extra water is going to help it to flow a little bit better. Make it easier to create that straight-ish line. So I'm going to start in the center. I'm not going to take it all the way to the orb in the center, to the white orb. I'm going to make it start a little bit below that. Just little by little eyeball it down. And that's how you can do it free-handed. Just eyeball it down little by little. Go slowly. And again, that water is going to help quite a lot. Now, if you happen to be using a straight edge of some sort, you found this gift card, then it makes your life easier because you can just put it across like that. Move it down little by little. You can fix it up as needed. Although it's funny, I feel like it's more straight when I free-handed it compared to when I use the straight edge. Because right down here, it's not really, it's a little funky.
I don't know if it's the lighting. It looks darker in the middle than at the bottom.
Oh yeah, that's because it's wet here and it's dry here now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
And
it did not take it up.
It looks kind of greenish.
Really, you think so?
Gray? Is it gray? You're trying to go for gray?
Yeah, it's just gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be the lighting. Now I am gonna add some darker gray to the bottom. So I'm just gonna add a little extra black to my little gray mixture here. Just make it a little darker. And then the idea is just to start down here at the bottom and just kind of scrape a little bit upwards. Kind of like I'm just kind of flinging it upwards. None of this is precise at all. So I'm just going to go maybe about halfway up. Not far at all. I didn't even reach the whole edge of the handle down here. But it's darker down here, and that's what I wanted. Next, I'm going to do the opposite now. I darkened up down here. I want to lighten it up here. So I'm doing the opposite. So I did have to rinse my brush. Clean brush now. Go into my white. And I'll just add a little bit of gray to my white. Add a little bit of that gray here. And then do the opposite. Start at the top. Just sweep it down. Now, in addition to the light gray that you see up here, I actually also added yellow. So let me show you what it looks like. Right there. I don't know how we can see it, but just a little bit of yellow. Where'd my brush go? There it is. So rinse my brush and just gonna swipe a little yellow right there and call it a day. Done. Now, the next part. I love this part. I happen to think creating all those sparks is so fun. My favorite part personally. I'm going to start out with the white sparks. And then as I feel like I need it, then I can add color sparks. However, I did first start off with the larger of the round brushes. So this one right here, the size 8. So we'll start in the center here, and we'll start flinging these sparks outward from the center, flinging it out. So starting here, flinging out. I don't know, it depends on you. For me personally, it helps a whole lot if I turn my picture around, because I know myself, I know that I fling better from a certain direction. So if I move downward. So if you need to move your painting around, you can certainly do that. Just kind of make some space around here. I'll be using pure white. So again, pure white and then size 8 brush, or just your larger brush, whatever's your largest one. Start in the center and start flinging it out. Some of this is going to overlap that handle we just created.
What about hitting your dots?
Yes, totally go right on top of whatever dots are there. Yeah, it's a good question. Go right on top of what's there. It's gonna kind of look like a flower at first, but once we add the other sparks with the smaller brush, it'll start to look more like actual sparks. So fling it out like that. By doing it this way, I have my thickest part of my my brush stroke is going to be in the center. That's why I'm doing it this way. I want my thickest part in the center. That way it gets thinner as you fling it out. Now it's nice when some of my brush strokes kind of bend certain ways, like they're kind of curving in all directions. And that's nice. Like it creates a nice variation. It really makes it look like it's sparking erratically. That kind of went the opposite direction. It's also really nice when some of them are a little bit longer or shorter than others. That one. There. So I've been able to make these little flings and sparks, overlapping anything that was behind it. I've overlapped the handle, I've overlapped whatever orbs were behind it, all using my larger of the 2 round brushes, my size 8. When you're finished flinging from the center, once you have a nice array of these little lines moving outwards so that you don't see the circle anymore, that's the important part. I don't see a clear edge to that circle that I initially created. That's what we want. So once that's done, you can go back to your little brush, your smallest brush, and this time, instead of making flings from the center, it's going to be the opposite. I'm going to have flings going towards the center. So I'm going to start out here, fling it towards the center. And you don't have to start way out there. You can kind of get a feel for it a little bit closer to the center. And the nice thing about these is that they don't have to reach to the center. They don't have to touch the center. If you can reach it that way, then that's great. That's more power to you. But it's really nice when you don't have ones that reach the center. And this is the part that I love. I love doing these that kind of reach out in different lengths. Like some reach really far out, some not so much. Always turn your picture around. So another thing you can do, I'm going to add more to it now, okay? Add more. So now I can go in and I can also add some stars. You guys see these little guys here? So I added these little white stars here. You can add stars of any color, but since we're using white, we'll use white first. So if you want to make stars, you're gonna fill your brush, and I'm actually going to, I find it easier if I smooth it out too. Just kind of smooth it like that. And then I always like to start my stars in the center. So swipe up, swipe down, swipe to the side, and then crisscross. Now, the nice thing about sparklers is, again, the fact that they're so erratic. So your stars you don't even have to have all of the different lines reaching from the center. Like I can just do it like that, and that, and that. And that's all I need. Some lines can be a little bit smaller than others. I can make them really anywhere. It's nice if you have a variation of small ones, some that are close to the center, perhaps some that are way out here. Like maybe I'll jump to this side and I'll make one way out here. Like that. So a nice bit of randomness. I want these to be everywhere. And you can move on to different color sparks, different color stars at any point. Do this at any time now. Do y'all have questions? Anything you want me to repeat?
I just need to ask, when you used the term neutral when you were in the beginning, neutral, if a color is purple and you add brown to neutralize it, what does that mean, to neutralize the purple?
It means for me to desaturate it. Maybe that's actually the better word to use, is to desaturate it. Yeah. Because of course, like if you don't add the brown, it's going to be really, really bright.
Right.
So the brown desaturates it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. That is the word I should have used. Much better word.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I add any more, it's just going to look too crowded. I'm just.
That's how I'm starting to feel too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was about to add something to add even more to it. So.
Oh no, go.
Optional, okay. I just decided last minute when I was doing this example that I wanted to add little curly cues. So I don't know how well you can see that curly cue coming out. There's like that one and that one, and even some like V shapes. So kind of like a spark that goes like that, and then a spark that goes that from one spot. So just kind of last minute things that I was doing when I was just kind of playing around with it. So if you want to do the spirals, then of course load it up with your paint and your color of choice and swirl it away. I'm just pressing down very lightly on it. I'm not really pressing down hard at all. So it's just a option if you like that style. Ooh, I told myself I was going to add some of this gold as my sparks. I want to do that because I want to show you what it looks like, because it really changes things. Like it really gives it a nice depth if you add at least one other color for a spark. Not that you have to, but it really changes it in a good way. So I've cleaned it off from the white, and now I'm going to add gold sparks. So this one there. Maybe I'll add some gold stars too. For me, I feel like if I were to add a little bit of water to my gold, it would help me to make some nicer lines. So just an idea, you can always add some water to your paint, give you some good lines.
Oh, you're right about adding another color for those sparks.
Yeah. What color are you adding?
Teal.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's gonna be really nice. Like I love these gold sparks. So, is there anyone who'd like to share? Anyone at that point where you'd like to share your work? Just as another reminder, you don't have to share your work if you don't want to. Of course, we would love to see it, but you always have that option.
Yes, yes. Oh, JP's ready.
There's mine.
Oh,
Ooh. Oh, look at that. Hold on.
I
Let
love
me
the
look at
red.
pictures.
Color. So
Oh yeah.
vivid.
Yeah. I love the fact that you chose to do 2 different colors for the background.
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and the
Yeah, that's really
gold. I
cool.
think I'm seeing gold.
And here's Laurel's.
Oh,
Ooh, Laurel. Look
pretty.
at that.
Oh,
That's so pretty.
I
Is
love
that
how the sparks really go out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I do
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got that technique. Good.
Is is that silver that I see for sparks?
Yeah, silver and a little bit of teal.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
love it.
beautiful.
Brush strokes are great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Great
looks
job.
good.
Thanks,
I love the
guys.
texture.
And Sharon, you're up next.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Sharon.
the
Look
colors.
at that. I know.
Oh,
I
that's
see like some of the curvier ones. I'm loving those.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the background too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that
Beautiful,
almost looks like a
beautiful work.
lion.
Oh yeah.
Pretty.
I love your pink orbs too. It's pink, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Makes everything pop. Super
Marcy,
pretty.
I see you're next. Thank
Thanks,
you,
Sharon.
Sharon.
Love it.
Ooh,
Marcy, look at
sparkler.
that. I
Oh, that's
know that yellow in the middle, that does a lot for it.
yeah.
It does look black, doesn't it? It's
Oh, like
not,
the outside.
yeah, but it's actually purple, you
I
know?
can kind of see the purple.
Yeah, I can see it a little bit, like when you move it a certain way.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah, I
black.
can. It still looks good though. Like it's still the gradation from the center to the outside. That's really nice.
Oh, thank you.
Great job, Marcy.
Yeah.
And Tracy, you're up next.
Beautiful. Ooh, Tracy, that is gorgeous.
It's exploding.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
Like outer
explosive.
space.
Yeah, in a,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
I love the colors.
Yeah, the colors.
I like
I
your
love
too.
I love the brush strokes that you have radiating outward, the way they swirl around. That's what really catches my attention too.
That's nice.
I was
Yeah.
struggling with the stars, but
I like
they're
the orange.
beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah,
Sierra,
thanks,
you're up
Tracy.
next.
Love
Okay.
it, Sierra.
I don't
Oh
know
my
if you
gosh,
all can
Sierra,
see it.
your art is in the witness protection program. We want to see it.
Oh my goodness, let me see. Can y'all see it?
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
So I had to use a different type of paper because I
Ooh.
Oh, that's so
that's
pretty.
really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
There's something about your purple. I feel like it's a
I-
little bit like
it's
it's bright.
vibrant.
Yeah,
Mhm.
vibrant's a good word.
All
Yeah.
right, I think I see a crab in there.
Oh yeah, you probably do.
I love the red orbs. The red
red
really
is-
ties everything together.
Yeah, it's so eye-catching.
It was
Beautiful.
red, but it was actually I think it's like a orange metallic color.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh.
Now that you tell me it's orange, I see orange.
Yeah, I can see more orange too. That's funny how
Yeah.
the brain is.
Because you said it. I
Nice.
love it
Great
though.
job.
It's very popping.
Thank y'all. I had fun.
Of course.
Good.
Thank you for coming.
Good to see you.
Is
Good to see you too.
anyone else want to share?
I do.
I'm coming. Hi, Andrea. I'm coming.
And
Oh,
there we go. It's so bright.
Oh, the
Oh,
blue.
Oh my gosh.
Very
Yours
nice.
looks very celestial. Like I
It
feel like
does.
I feel
Well,
like
I
I'm looking at
decided not to put the handle in.
Mm.
I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get the straight line, so I just decided to skip it. So yeah, it does. It's not
Yeah.
anchored then without the handle.
Well,
It's
actually,
beautiful.
I feel like it looks like it's now exploding in the sky. Like it's an actual firework.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Now.
like it's
Yeah.
just
Or it
like a
could
4th
go
of
this
July.
way.
Yep. Either way. I feel
It
like
works
I feel
any
like
way.
I feel like the way you had it before makes it look like it's up in the sky.
Yeah.
It's the portrait view. But it looks good.
Thank you.
Love the
Yeah.
colors, love everything. Great job, Andrea.
Beautiful.
Who's
Thank
next?
you.
I can show mine.
Sure.
Let's see. Like,
I'm coming.
I was
Oh,
thinking,
there you are.
oh,
There we go.
Oh,
Oh,
the
is that
red.
orange too? That's really nice.
Bold
There
colors.
you
I
go.
love it.
Oh yeah.
really what makes it feel
I love it, Jeanette.
Great job. The color's so
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love everyone's color selection. I'm glad Hannah told us we could get real creative.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go next.
All right. Let's have a party.
Yay, party monster.
Oh, you've done
Ooh,
this
that's
before.
dramatic.
Yeah.
That's very dramatic.
Very
I love
You've
dramatic.
done this before.
It
Yep.
matches the vibe
Very
going on. Love
good.
it.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Very true to you. We love it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for partying with me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good times, guys.
Anybody
I'll
else?
show you mine.
Ooh, Marianne. I
Marianne,
see you,
I'm
Marianne.
coming. Oh my
oh,
goodness.
wow.
It's so
Yours is
pretty.
I
Oh, look
love
at this.
like the softness. I love the soft texture that you have around your or your sparkler. It's really nice.
Yeah, the softness.
you.
I love that.
Thanks. This was great.
Nice. I love it. Thank you. And I love how much teal you have in the background too. There's something
Yeah.
about the teal that softens it too.
I think I'm a fan of teal as well.
Yep.
That's pretty.
Some of my
Teal
favorite.
fan club. Thank you,
Yep.
Marianne. Was there anybody
Thank you.
else? Again, you
Rachel?
never have
Everybody
to
have a
share.
good night. I'm taking off.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
See you.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Rachel, I see you.
Rachel, I'm
Yeah, it's hard to see the sparkle, but I went to the kitchen to get better light.
Oh my gosh, Rachel, where are you? Oh, there you are.
There it is. That's the
Oh, wow.
Baku.
that is
That
dramatic.
A lot of glitter. There's a lot of glitter there.
I bet you're gonna have a lot of glitter all over the place for a long time.
That comes with glitter.
Yeah,
I don't know
such a
if
good idea.
That's nice.
It's so pretty.
It's oh my gosh, I just love the sparkles.
Yeah,
Me
same.
too.
Rachel.
Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you.
Barbara, are you
So
going to share?
pretty.
I think I see you up. Okay, perfect.
There you are, Barbara.
Oh, wow.
Fancy.
Wow.
That's
I don't
okay.
know if the color is real good on the computer, but I broke out my gold paint.
I can
Beautiful.
see it. I see like the iridescence, like when you move it. Oh my
It
god.
shines in the light. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's
That's
beautiful.
such a cool effect.
It looks
Like
like a firework.
the entire or most of it is metallic, is it?
I think it's just still really wet. But like
Okay.
it's
so
like I
beautiful.
went over the white with gold, and then I went over the gold with purple, and then I went over the purple with white, and then I'm going back in with gold.
Well, that gives it so much depth though. I never would have thought to put a darker color in there in the center. Such a good idea.
It
Like
is.
I'm loving those purple parts that you have sticking out of it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
Hannah,
cool.
this
Thanks.
is always my favorite part of the class. I just love
Yes.
seeing what everybody makes. Was there anybody else who wanted to share? Just want to give you time again.
Oh, the lazy Karen. I watch everybody so I can get ideas. I'm
Okay,
never done.
well, Karen,
I'm
you're
never
coming
really
up.
done, but
We still want to
I
see
steal ideas
it.
as everybody goes along.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Karen, you did
Yeah.
fantastic.
There you go.
Like,
God.
The
That's
only thing
great.
I can't
I
use
like
like
that.
black paintbrush. I mean, that like this was all the crazy barriers that were.
Karen, you nailed it.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Now that was
Seriously.
I love the stars and the
Yeah.
the colors and the sparkles. Pretty.
yeah.
Yeah, the
The
stars
sparkle.
I cheat at is its star maker thing, but
It's not cheating, Karen.
It isn't. It is
I'm always
wonderful.
amazed that it does look like yours in the end. How did I do that?
But Karen, I'm gonna change my art like yours now because yours is so cool.
It's dramatic, it's bright, like you can really tell it is definitely the only light in the room.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's the only what?
You can definitely tell it's the only light in the room because of how dramatic it is.
Oh, like
Yeah.
that.
Because of how bright it is.
It illuminates. Yeah.
There it is, the
Because I
good
put
words
that
again.
splatter on there, and I'm like, I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen. And I have
Nice
my
job.
gallery view up, so if I forgot you, just like wave me down, let me know. And if we don't have anyone,
I see Maria.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm holding it right. Oh, here I am.
There you go. I know I need to get out of. There
I
we
have-
go. Now I can see it. There we go. And you added the
Oh my
purple in the
gosh, so
center
pretty.
too.
Oh
I had a
wow.
hard time with the sparks, but it kept
The
coming out.
yellow's gorgeous.
No,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
So
I
can
just feel
can
I love those.
Can I have a request? Because I always feel like we miss this. What if we all, whoever's left, just do our gallery view for together, like so we could see everybody's thing up there at the same time.
You can take a screenshot, Hannah, and you
Yeah.
can see all of them.
Well,
at once.
I've done that before, and okay, because I know that you guys have suggested it.
Everyone's
We've
not
done it
all
before.
here, but still.
Okay, well,
But
if you are still up, I will take a screenshot if you want to hold it up.
oh yeah, if you can do that.
Isn't that cool? Come on.
All right, everybody, 1, 2, 3.
I love it, Karen.
All right, I got the screenshot.
Woohoo! Thanks,
Okay,
Alexa.
I think. Oh, David, hi. We want to bring you up too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
So celestial.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that is
That should be the
beautiful.
logo for JP's new paranormal show at AnCan.
There you
That
go.
almost looks 3D.
Oh, I
It
like
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it looks like? You know those those orbs that where you touch them and the electricity like goes to your finger.
Oh,
That's what it looks
yeah.
like.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome job, David.
You did great, David.
Great
Thanks.
job.
Love it.
All
No,
right.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Yes, super
Thank
proud.
you.
If the dogs would please come up to close us out while we do
hold
the
on.
closing. Yes,
Let me
if you have a
get the
dog,
doggies.
we would like
Can
to bring
can
them
I
up.
make one? Can I make one request?
See how to do
Yes.
it.
Don't forget we sent out the optional survey, so it's the post survey. It should be in your email, so please fill that out if you can. And that's all. We watch some
Hi,
puppies now.
puppies.
Perfect. And we will end
so
with
cute.
adorable puppies. Thank you, everyone.
Yay.
We will be talking.
Thank
Hannah
you.
and I will be
So
talking.
cute.
We're going to be
Babies.
figuring some stuff out. And we will let you know. Thank you, puppies.
Aww.
Good night, everyone, and great job.
Thank you very
so
much.
Night, guys.
much.